Imagine working as a switchboard operator in a call center for ghosts.
OMG, I've never even talked to a ghost before.
I just talk at the phone.
Look, this is serious, and you girls are being no help.
What the heck?
And this is our review of... I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game. It was developed by
Furoshiki
and published by
KEMCO.
The game released on June 5th on the Xbox console for the price of $12.99. I know, we've covered a large gambit of visual novels here on the channel. But not to worry, this ain't no gh0st or Wing Cloud Flesh Fest. Instead, we're looking at a Japanese comic-inspired interactive adventure where you must quickly read through and judge the multiple phone conversations and make the right choice in order to connect these combos. I can honestly say, I don't think I've ever played a game about running a ghost call center. So, there's one for originality. There is a ton of text here to be read, but you know, at the heart of this title, it is a visual novel. Instead of branching story paths, the gameplay takes place in the form of multitasking minigames that, you decide your next event based on your performance. Direct the calls correctly, or risk the whole call center be shut down because of your inability to connect these calls. God, I really enjoyed the edgy graphic style and plot and characters that we have. The frantic indie game truly takes center stage, and it's all just kind of a conduit to reach the branching story path. Branching storyline. Which is what you're here for the visual novel. You take control of the main character there, Vanitas, as some people may pronounce it. That's the way I pronounce it, so deal with it. So, yeah, you got this new job at the call center in the underworld, and you're tasked with guiding these ghosts who are calling in for your assistance. The whole catch is their coin only lasts 5 seconds. So you need to talk fast, which means you have to direct their calls even faster. The ghosts are facing different difficulties, such as, getting lost or almost being expelled. They're all calling in all at once, asking you for assistance, which this forces you to instantly make split-second decisions on where to direct these calls, as more keep coming in and the timer's counting down. The ability to quickly judge the content of multiple conversations here displayed on the screen at the same time, you can only be done through repeated playthroughs and general memorization of the phrases that are given to you randomly through each playthrough. For me, honestly, I only made it to about day 3 on my own, and pretty poorly at that. I wasn't able to start hitting those S ranks without a little help from my friends. Thankfully, creators like Bad Driver and the whole THL crew, they put together a nice strategy in their videos if you're looking for a quick achievement or maybe a trophy cleanup. Feel free to check out their video in the link up above. Beyond that, the action gets pretty frantic, and by day 6, you're really required to become a first-class call master, quickly directing these calls just by recognizing the first few words in the sentences. Do you have what it takes to remain calm, listen closely, and quickly connect these ghosts to the help they need? We'll see. You got 6 days of in-game story time to prove your worth and save the call center in one of the afterlife's weirdest workplaces. Some of these calls really are pretty weird. Now, as years go by, my memory just ain't what it used to be. Not to mention the quick reflexes are a must, which quickly overwhelmed this old farmer. So, I may just leave this title on for the kids. The game proved to be a unique take on a visual novel, I'll give them that. By injecting all these mini-games and the frantic mess, all these calls for you to manage. For a Neuroscope game, they sure nailed the subject pretty well. It'd It'd be nice for the story to venture out a little bit of the static black and blues color scheme, or journey, I don't know, to another location outside the call center. Man, I don't know. Just maybe give us some graphics for these faceless ghosts on the other end of the call. You know, the whole visual novel doesn't change much of the visuals. This game is priced a little high for the amount of content I see here. Well, you know, with the emergence of these $80 games, maybe $13 is our new mid-tier budget for these titles. What do you think?
It's so annoying.
They did a lot of things right and brought some frantic action to the visual novel genre. I'll give them that. I enjoyed the quick distraction here, and therefore I gave this ghost caller a solid 3.5 feeds out of 5. Yeah, well, that wraps up that review right there. Here's some notes I took. Where I put the keys to the tractor. So, you know, we make these new review videos every week, so if you're an indie developer or there's something you want to see...
Dad, quit reviewing visual novels.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Let us know your thoughts and recommendations in the comments down below. Be sure to visit again next week
as we continue to take humorous stabs at some of the industry's new and upcoming titles.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on The Frog.